Zimbabwe cash crisis. We're talking about Venezuela once again.
Systemic important thanks. They removed the one factor you do this thing on there called monetary awareness.
All right. Happy Friday, everybody. Just checking in real quick. Came across an interesting article with some absolutely mind-blowing figures as to what this recent survey has totaled as what could be considered the cost for living the American dream this year and moving forward. And at this current rate, we all know about the problems happening in the world. And I've talked a lot about retirement, the American dream, and all that stuff that pretty much makes up everything surrounding why and what and how people do what they do to acquire currency in the form of the dollar for those living in the U.S. But this interesting article here, I read through a little bit and got me wondering, like, man, like, of course, everybody's situation is different, but I'm thinking like, best case scenario, the type of money that's needed to sustain oneself, and especially moving forward to try to raise a family is really, really, really becoming a problem. So, of course, heading into 2024, I believe something's going to give, not sure what, but I just want to walk you through this headline real quick, show you some visual aids, and of course, just put it out there. These figures are completely over the top, in my opinion. But once again, if they're able to come up with these figures, and obviously they've surveyed some people that gave these type of numbers, which will really make you wonder, like, wow, like, this type of stuff is definitely not good for the average Joe. But hope everyone's doing well as always. If you guys want to see more of these little news clips, definitely hit the thumbs up, show your support for the channel, and I'll try to connect as much as I can just to bring you what's happening in the real world, and of course what catches my attention. So let's just dive right in. So this is from the Daily Mail. As you guys can see here, it says inflation hits the American dream. It now costs a staggering $3.4 million to get married, buy a home, raise children, cover health care, and retire. Plus, there's an $8,000 exit tax for a funeral. And so, man, just this visual aid here lets you know that something is different. Something has to give. But real quick here, it says the so-called American dream is a benchmark that many people hope to achieve in their lifetime, getting married, buying a home, car, kids. But a new analysis, and so this comes from Investopedia, has found that achieving those milestones now costs $3.4+ million, much more than most Americans will make in their lifetime. It says one of the biggest amounts is paying off a mortgage on a property. It says the average home buyer will fork out $796,000, says the average home buyer. According to Investopedia, assuming a 10% down payment and a 30-year fixed loan at 7.2%. 7.2%. So everything else is done in this recent high interest rate environment. But the editor of the Investopedia told Daily Mail, well, everyone's idea of the so-called American dream is unique. The rising cost of everything a family might reasonably want and need to afford, like health insurance, owning a vehicle, buying a home, raising children, put the dream further out of reach for most households. It says this is the first year Investopedia has done research, but estimated cost that the American dream is thought to be the highest of all times due to rampaging inflation. And those words are just basically understated. Of course, it's all time because the purchasing power of the dollar is at an all-time low, but not low as it's going to go. And so as you can see here, I love using the visual aid, the purchasing power of the consumer dollar. So life has never been more expensive. But then again, it's never taken as many dollars or Federal Reserve notes to buy the things that people actually need. But anyway, let's get back to the other story. So if I just click on this visual aid right here, you can see basically the timeline that they've given the average American household from basically the time you get into the workforce all the way to your exit. So as we can see here, we got $35,000 average cost for a wedding, $796,000 plus for the average cost of a home, $271,000 a lifetime car purchases total, $5,700 the median out-of-pocket cost for insurance. Average cost of raising 2 children until the age of 18 is $500,000, which could be about right, but it just seems like a lot. Not sure. Let me know what you guys think. Lifetime average cost of family health insurance, $934,000 in premiums. Not sure about that. It seems kind of low. $67,000 average lifetime cost of pet care. Then we got average $42,000 average cost of college, which is definitely wrong. It says in-state tuition 1 year, including room and board for 2 children. $42,000. I'm not sure. That must be in-state. Clearly in-state. That's a very low figure. And then it says $715,000 average amount need to retire. $715,000 to retire. That'll do nothing for you. And then last, $7,800, the average cost of a funeral. And so that makes up the $3.4 million to live the American dream. So just these figures alone make you wonder what's really going on. And of course, give or take, some of those numbers, seem to be exaggerated, but then some might be understated. So not sure, but just the number 3.4 million is enough to make you rethink a lot of things. But anyway, curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Thought I would just share this real quick and put it out there. Just these figures itself speak for themselves as to how unsustainable all this is. But anyway, curious to hear what you guys think. If you want to see more of these little quick take news updates, hit the thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comment section. I'll catch you guys later.